हेलो लर्नर्स, आपकी मैम आ चुकी हैं एपी के नेक्स्ट पार्ट में। दिस इज़ पार्ट 3। अगर आपने पार्ट 1 और पार्ट 2 नहीं देखा है तो पहले आप पार्ट 1 एंड पार्ट 2 ट्राई करिए, फिर आप पार्ट 3 पे वापस आके इन क्वेश्चंस को ट्राई कर सकते हैं। वी हैव डन 24 क्वेश्चंस ऑफ द एपी विच इज़ रिलेटेड टू nth टर्म फार्मूला. जनरल nth टर्म फार्मूला इज a plus n minus 1 into d. So we are doing more practice. So see question number first. According to this question, the 19th term of an AP is equals to 3 times the 6th term. So we can write A19 is equals to 3 times the 6th term means A6. So A19 can be written as A plus 18D is equals to 3 into A plus 5D. Okay, simplify this, you will get A plus 18D is equals to 3A plus 15D. From here you will get a relation between A and D, that is 2A is equals to 3D. Make this as equation number 1. Okay, now we have the another relation. If the ninth term is given as 19, ninth term can be written as A plus 8D, that is A9 is given as 19. Okay, we can multiply whole equation by 2, so you will get 2A plus 16D is equals to 38. Yes or no? Yes. And 2A is equals to 3D. From the equation 1 we can write 2 instead of 2A 3D. So you will get 19D is equals to 38. From here we will get the value of D as 2. This is the value of D. Okay, if the value of D is 2, the value of A will be very good 3. This is clear to you? Okay, putting in equation number 1. Okay, from here you will get an AP as 3, 5, 7, 9, 11 and so on. This is the required AP which they are asking to find it out. Okay learner, this question is clear to you? Yes. Okay, now moving to the next question. The digits of a positive number of 3 digits are in AP. Means there is a 3-digit number. There is a 3-digit number. The ones, the 100 place, the tens place and the unit digit. It is a 3-digit number, so it should have unit digit, tens digit and 100 digit. The digits of a positive number of 3 digits. इसके जो डिजिट होंगे हम मान लेते हैं ये x है, ये y है, ये कॉमा z है, तो 3-digit नंबर विल बी x y z. The digits are in AP. Okay, it means we need to consider the 3 terms. Okay, whenever we need to consider the 3 terms, we will always consider, yes, a minus d, a and a plus d. The digits of the 3-digit number are in AP. So we can consider the first, the 100 digit as a minus d, the tens digit as a, the unit digit as a plus d. Okay, according to the question, we have the sum. The digits of a the digits of a positive number of 3 digits are in AP and their sum is this. It means a minus d plus a plus a plus d is given as 15. So from here we will get the value of a as 5. This is clear to you? Okay. The number obtained by reversing the digit. Okay, if you reverse the digits, it will be a plus d, a and a minus d. Okay, the number obtained by reversing the digit is 544 less than the original. This number is 544 less than the original. Okay, it means if you subtract these numbers, a minus d into 100 plus 10a plus a plus d minus the original, the number obtained by reversing the digits. So it will be 100 into a plus d plus 10a plus a minus d is equals to 594 according to the given statement. Yes or no? Yes. Now you can simplify this to get the value of d. If the value of d and a you have, you can find out the number. Yes, try this. The number obtained by reversing the digit, the number obtained by reversing the digit is 594 less than the original. It means if you subtract these two, you will get 594. Okay, now see this. You will get 100a minus 100d plus 10a plus a plus d. Okay, from here you will get minus 100a minus 100d, because it is going to be minus minus. Okay, minus 10a plus a, sorry, it should be minus because there is a negative sign outside the bracket. So for minus a plus d is equals to 594. Okay, cancel the like terms. 100a 100a. Okay, 10a and this 10a. Okay, a and this d will be added. Okay, so you will have how many d? 99d minus of 99D, and from here you will have minus of again 99D is equals to 594. So the value of D will be, yes, add these two, you will get 198D is equals to minus 594. So it will be how many times? I think it should be 3 times. Okay, let's see, 198 into 3, I to carry, it will be 27, 27, 29. Okay, 594. So it will cancel this. So the value of D is minus 3. This is the value of D. The value of D is minus 3. Okay, we have the value of A, we have the value of D, we need to find out the numbers. So the numbers will be 5 minus minus 3, this is the 100th position number, 5 and 5 minus 3. So the number is, yes learners, tell me the number is 852. This is the answer. And the numbers obtained by reversing the digit will be 258, and the difference between among the numbers is 594. This question is clear, this question is very important. Okay, so the required answer is 852. Okay, now moving to the next question. Divide 32 into 4 parts. Now we need to consider the 4 terms of an AP. I had already told you, whenever we need to consider the three terms, we consider A minus D, A and A plus D. And when we need to consider the 4 terms will be A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D and A plus 3D. Whenever we need to consider 4 terms, our 4 terms will be these. Okay, divide 32 into 4 parts which are in AP. So it means we need to divide this 32 into 4 parts. So if you add them, it should be equals to 32. Okay, so if you add these 4 terms, you will get 4A is equals to 32. The value of A is 8. The value of A is 8. This is clear. Okay, now see the second condition. You need to divide 32 such that the product of the extremes, extreme means the numbers which is acquiring the corner position. So extremes are A minus D, A minus 3D and A plus D. To the product of the means the middle, means middle, and extreme means and. So according to the question, the ratio of the extremes to the means is given as 7 over 15. Yes or no? Yes. Now multiply these, you will get A square minus 9D square divided by A square minus D square is equals to 7 over 15. Now do the cross multiplication, you will get 7A square minus 7D square is equals to 15A square minus 15 into 9 D square. Yes or no? Yes. Now simplify it more. So this will come to the RHS and you will have 135 D square minus 7D square is equals to 15 minus 7 A square. Yes or no? Yes. Now simplify this, put the value of A and tell me the result. Can you do this? Yes. So 135 minus 7 will be 122. Yes or no? No. 122, no. Okay, if you subtract these, 15 minus 7 is 8. Yes. 128 D square is equals to how many? 8 A square. Yes or no? Yes. Now cancel this by 8. This will be cancelled 16 times. So 16D square is equals to A square, taking under root both sides. So A is equals to 4D. You will get a relation between A and D. This is clear. Okay, the value of A is given as 8. So the value of D will be 2. The value of A is 8. So the value of D is 2, because if you put in this equation, you will get the value of D as 2. Okay. Now we need to find out the numbers. So the numbers is A, that is 8 minus 3D, 8 minus D, 8 plus D, 8 plus 3D. Yes, so the numbers are 2, 6, 10 and 14. These are the required numbers whose sum is 32 and the product of the extremities to the means the ratio of the product of the extremities to the means is 7:15. You can verify it by putting the numbers, terms. Yes or no? This question is clear? Okay, now the next question. Again the same pattern. 4 numbers in an AP whose sum is 20. So we need to consider the 4 terms. Whenever we need to consider the 4 terms, we have a minus 3d, a minus d, a plus d and a plus 3d. The sum of these 4 terms is 20. So we can directly write 4a is equals to 20. The value of a is 5. Okay, and the sum of whose squares, sum किसका लेना है? उन numbers के squares का. The sum of whose squares. So a minus 3d whole square plus a minus d whole square plus a plus d whole square plus a plus 3d whole square is given as 120. Now simplify it. You will get, you need to expand this with the help of algebraic identity. You will get a square plus 9d square minus 6d plus a square plus d square minus 2ad, a square plus d square plus 2ad plus a square plus 9d square plus 6d is equals to 120. Cancel the like terms. 60, 60 minus 2ad plus 2ad. How many 6 we have now? How many a square? 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4a square. How many 9? 10, 20. 20d square is equals to 120. Divide whole equation by 4. You will have a square plus 5d square is equals to 30. Okay, now put the value of a in this equation. So you will have 25 plus 5d square is equals to 30. Divide whole equation by 5. So you will have 5 plus d square is equals to 6. The value of d square equals to 1. The value of d is plus minus 1. So we are taking plus 1 because the numbers only interchange. The number doesn't vary. So we have the numbers. What is the required answer? Okay, so a minus 3d means 5 minus 3. The first number is q. Okay, a minus d, 5 minus 1 is 4. The third number a plus d means 5 plus 1 6. The last number 5 plus 3, that is 8. These are the numbers whose sum is 20 and the sum of whose squares is 120. Okay learners, this question is clear to you? Okay. Now see the next question. According to the question, the pth term of an AP is Q, means AP equals to Q. According to this, we can write A plus P minus 1 into D with the help of general formula. Replace N by P. Okay, also we have the qth term is equals to P. From this we can write A plus Q minus 1 into D is equals to P. Okay, we need to prove that the nth term An is equals to P plus Q minus N. We need to prove this. To prove. Okay, now what will be your first step? Yes, P plus Q. Can you add these two equations? But what will happen if you add? Okay, P plus Q. See this? Okay, add these two equations. Okay, subtract this. Okay, we will get the value of A and D and then we will put the value of A and D in the general term formula. Okay, so the first equation we have, this is first and this is second. Okay, now write down the second below the first. Okay, if you subtract these two equations, the A is eliminated. Yes, so taking D as common, inside a bracket you will have P minus 1 minus Q plus 1 is equals to Q minus P. From here the value of D is, here it is P minus Q and here it is Q minus P. From here you will get the value of D as minus 1. This is clear? Okay, if the value of D is minus 1, put in first equation. So A plus P minus 1 into minus 1 is equals to Q. So the value of A will be, Q plus P minus 1. This is the value of A. So the value of D we have, the value of A we have. We need to put the values in the general term formula. What is the formula? An is equals to A plus N minus 1 into D. Putting the value of A, that is Q plus P minus 1 plus N minus 1 into D. The value of D is minus 1. Simplifying this, Q plus P minus 1 minus N plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 cancels each other. Q plus p minus m. This is the value of a and this is what we need to prove, hence proved. Okay learner, this question is clear? Yes, very important question for the exam perspective. The pth term of an AP, the pth, qth and rth term of an AP are A, B and C. Okay, AP equals to A, AQ is equals to B, AR is equals to C according to the question, and we need to show this statement. Okay, from this you can write A plus P minus 1 into D is equals to A. From here you can write A plus Q minus 1 into D is equals to P. From this you can write A plus R minus 1 into D is equal to C. Okay, this is clear. Okay, now our focus is on what we need to prove. A minus B. A minus B will come when you subtract first and second equation. So we will write equation 1 minus equation 2 and multiply it by R. So you will get the first term. Okay, so we can do directly, yes or no? A minus B into R. This will be the RHS. Okay, if you subtract this, A will be cancelled by A. We can take D common. So taking D common inside the bracket, we will have P minus 1 minus Q plus 1 bracket close into R. Okay, A minus B into R is equals to D RD, and inside the bracket you will have P minus Q. This is equation number 4. Similarly, we can find out the value of B minus C into P, C minus A into Q. So B minus C means equation 2 minus B minus C, equation 2 minus equation 3 and multiplying it by P. So you will have B minus C into P is equals to, A will be cancelled by A. So Q minus 1 minus R plus 1 into dP. So the value of this will be Q minus R into dP. Okay, similarly you will get C minus A into Q is equals to R minus 1 minus P plus 1 into D into Q. So here you will have R minus P into Q into D. This is equation number 5. This is equation number 6. Add equation 1, add equation 4, 5 and 6. You will get A minus BR plus, we know the LHS is added to the LHS and RHS is added to the RHS. So in LHS we are adding these, add 4, 5 and 6. So we will have C into Q is equals to, okay, from equation 4, 5 and 6 we are taking D common. Okay, if you take D common inside a bracket, you will have RP minus RQ, okay, PQ minus PR, RQ minus PQ and bracket closed. Okay, cancel the like terms. RP PR बराबर RQ QR, PQ PQ. So D into 0. Yes, learners, tell me, D into 0 is, D into 0 is again 0. Hence, this is equal to 0. Hence, question is proved. Okay, learners, this question is clear. See the solution. Any doubt? No? Okay, 3 more to go. Yes, we need to try 3 more questions, then the nth term related topic will be completed. Yes, see this. Yes, if the nth term of an AP, okay, means AM is given as 1 upon n and the nth term is given as 1 upon m. Yes, from here we can write A plus m minus 1 into D is equals to 1 upon n. This implies A plus n minus 1 into D is equals to 1 upon m. Okay, minus, subtract these two equations. If you subtract these two equations, the sign changes. Okay, and A will be cancelled by A. We can take D common. Inside the bracket we will have m minus 1 minus n plus 1 is equals to 1 upon n minus 1 upon m. Okay, 1 is cancelled by 1. So the value of D is m minus n, D into m minus 1, n is equals to m minus n, taking LCM. Okay, m minus n cancelled by m minus n, so the value of D is 1 upon mn. The value of D is 1 upon mn. Put in any of the equation, you will get the value of A. So we are putting in first equation, A plus m minus 1 into D. The D value is mn, is equals to 1 upon n. If you write it separately, it will be 1 upon n minus 1 upon mn is equals to 1 upon n. 1 upon n is cancelled by 1 upon n. So the value of A is 1 upon mn. Again, we have the value of A, we have the value of D. Okay, what we need to show? To show that its mnth term means A mn value is 1. Okay, now we are going to prove this. So A plus mn minus 1 into D is equals to A mn. We are solving this, putting the values of A and D. Yes, 1 upon mn plus 1 minus 1 upon mn. This cancel this because these are like terms. So A mn is equals to 1. Hence the question is proved. Yes, learners, see the solution. Any doubt? No? Okay, now two more questions. Yes, m times the mth term of AP is equals to n times the nth term. M times the mth term of an AP is equals to n times the nth term. This is given. To show the m plus nth term is 0. What we need to show? M plus nth term is 0. Okay, so from here we can write m into A plus m minus 1 into D is equals to n into A plus n minus 1 into D. Okay, now we are simplifying this, so we will get ma plus m square minus m into D is equals to na plus n square minus n into D, taking all the terms to the LHS. So you will have ma minus na plus m square minus m D minus n square minus n into D is equal to 0 because all the terms are shifted to the LHS. So in RHS you will have 0. Okay, taking A common, we will have m minus n. Taking D common, so you will have m square minus n square, and arranging the terms, minus m plus n, or we can also write plus n minus m is equal to 0. Yes or no? Yes. Now we can put an identity over here. Yes, putting an identity. So A, m minus n plus D, this can be written as m minus n into m plus n. Taking minus 1 common, so you will have m minus n bracket close is equal to D. Yes or no? Yes. Now your focus is on inside the bracket. Okay, we can take m minus n common. Very good. So inside a bracket you will have m plus n minus 1. This is clear to you? Yes, divide whole equation by m minus n. So you will get A plus D into m plus n minus 1 equals to 0. Yes or no? It's because 0 into 0 upon something is again 0. And this is the which term? Yes, m plus nth term. So we can write this as A m plus n, and this is what we need to prove. Hence proof the mth term is 0 if the mth term is equals to m times the mth term is equals to n times the nth term. This is clear, learners? Okay, now the next and the last question of this sheet. Okay, see this. What do you mean by arithmetic mean? Yes, the average of two numbers A and B. So according to the question, A raised to the power n plus 1 plus B raised to the power n plus 1 divided by an plus B raised to the power n is equals to the arithmetic mean of A and B, means A plus B upon 2. Now we can do the cross multiplication. So we will have 2A n plus 1 plus 2B n plus 1 equals to A is equals to A plus B into A raised to the power n plus B raised to the power n. This is clear? Okay, now simplifying this, multiply a with this, you will get a raised to the power n plus 1. Multiply a with this, you will get a b raised to the power n. Multiply b with this, you will get a raised to the power nb. Multiply b with b raised to the power n, you will get b raised to the power n plus 1. Again, see the like terms. These are the like terms. If you transpose this to the RHS, LHS, it will become a raised to the power n plus 1. Okay, similarly, if you transpose this towards the LHS, it will be b raised to the power n plus 1 is equals to a b as it is. Okay, now shift all the terms. Okay, we are shifting some terms. Okay, this term is shifted to the LHS and this term is shifted to the RHS. So you will have a raised to the power n plus 1 minus a raised to the power nb is equals to ab b raised to the power n minus b raised to the power n plus 1. Okay, now this is two terms. What is the common in these two terms? A raised to the power n. Okay, inside a bracket you will have a minus b. Okay, similarly in RHS, what will be the common? Yes, b raised to the power n. Inside a bracket you will have a minus b. A minus b is cancelled to the a minus b. So you will get a raised to the power n divided by b raised to the power n is equals to 1, and this 1 can be written as a upon b raised to the power 0. This implies the value of n is 0. Okay learners, this question is clear to you. Now we will meet in the next video where we will discuss the sum related problems of an chapter 18. Okay learners, thank you.